Randy's got a big old harvest to do. Oh yeah, that's right. He's got, what, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 fields, something like that? It's a bunch of barley, some wheat included, but he's got some big equipment, so he should be able to bang it out in no time. Let's find out, because this is episode 130 of Elk Mountain. What's going on, everyone? Dirty Randy here. And well, we're just stepping out of the camp cabin for the evening. We stayed here, of course, because we didn't quite get to finish up our other fields on this side of the farm, so we're going to finish that up today. Thankfully, it's just a small one to tackle, and then we should be good to go to get to our rest, but we got to get to those today as well. So it's a big job, lots of work to do. We know what's on the agenda, so let's hop to it, shall we? All right, we're just getting this guy fired up, and we just got the combine to set off, but you know, we might have to just hop in the combine. I'm not sure how it's all going to work out, but actually, you know what? One job that we could do, instead of waiting behind this guy and wasting our time, is starting to collect some bales on the other field. So I think we're just going to leave this guy right here for now and go grab another tractor and our autoload trailer, which I believe is up here in the fence. It's been a minute, but she's always looking sharp. I always think it always kind of looks like a shark on the front end on these guys. I don't know, maybe that's just what I see, but I don't know. That looks cool to me. We'll swing around. I did see the autoload trailer there beside our windrower, and you know, we did get all this equipment brought up here. Our new mower head, of course, that we can follow along. Just straight up bale behind it if we want to, or Ted, and then of course all the rest of our baling equipment, all that good stuff. I'm not sure. I don't think we are going to take our time to load all our bales in nicely. All our other ones are they kind of all fell over on us, so it is what it is. But we'll just load all these up, stack them somewhere, probably just in some flat ground, and we'll find some time to collect all of them at one point. But I think we should be good to set off. We'll try and have a peek at our combine over there, see where it's at, and of course go unload it when we need to, and then we can start baling that field as well. I don't think we'll collect all the bales up here. This is kind of just a little bit of a bonus, considering we want to give our friend a little bit of a head start there with the combine. But we'll see what we can get done. I'm thinking we can probably get a stack done at least. I mean, now that we've committed, we probably should just do one, and then hopefully that is done before this guy is all filled up and ready to unload. So we will see what we can do. We're already partway there. Maybe another trip up and back down. We'll go unload them, and then we'll probably start the baling on the other field there. We might have to get some help just with some transport, moving the combine and such down to the other field, but of course we don't really need to move the tractors or anything else like that, thankfully. So once that's down there, you know, we'll probably just keep baling away while we get some help with that, and then we can just straight up start down there, go down with the grain truck. Maybe we bring a load of barley while we're at it over to the grain mill. That way they can start making some barley flour as well, and then we can go unload the combine there after it's started up. So that's hopefully how it'll work. It looks like, oh, he just filled up now and stopped, so we weren't quite able to get a full trailer load, but pretty close. We'll finish up this strip, and then we'll just make our way over to the truck, unload our friend. Thankfully he's on the right side with the pipe for us to do that pretty easily, and then we can continue on. Is this possibly the last bale we need? One more, and then I believe we're full. So that kind of worked out, and we can figure out what to do with all these guys later. We might need even a second autoload trailer if we're feeling saucy. We could purchase one if we really wanted to, considering we have the funds. Oh no, I hit the unload button, but I guess whatever. We'll just pull up here, good a spot as any, next to our big mess, and drop them off. Why not? That'll do. That'll do. Alright. I guess we'll swing around the silo here, hop in the truck, and this will be ready to go whenever we would like. Very nice. Alright, cool. Leave this guy here. Looking good. Maybe we'll turn the lights off because I don't think we'll be on him for a minute. Oh, she's looking good. Alright, it doesn't look like he made it that far, but he did still have 20% left in his hopper from the other day. So that explains that. So I suppose that's what 80% of the hopper gets us, roughly 3 passes on this field, but it is kind of a wonky length. It changes, so it is what it is. We can probably just leave the truck here, to be honest with you, while this guy's unloading, and just keep bailing away now that we have a head start. I don't think it'll be in the way, and we should be fine now that he'll start. Once he's finished unloading, he will just continue on, and it shall be all good, my friends. Let's get to it. Alright, well, we are pretty much done with this field. Just this last little bit to chop up, and then we can drop it back off into the truck. We got the baler here ready to just scoop up this last little bit that's just pretty insignificant, to be honest with you. And it looks like we got pretty well a full trailer to take back to the mill, so that's awesome. Oh, is this full? Interesting. I wonder if we have enough room without hitting this guy to reach this trailer. There we go. And we can always fill up this back trailer as well so that it is at 100% capacity, and then we can bring it back into town like that. But that's a pretty good harvest, you know. And as far as this field goes, I don't know. This might have been the last time this has a crop on it. We might just turn it into a grass field and make that one even bigger. So we'll just get our friend to drive this over. We'll do our best to scoop up all this pretty wide piles there, but if we can scoop around, we can come back and try and grab the last little bit. And that's pretty good. I mean, there's still a lot of bales on this field, you know, considering it's fairly small. It has a lot of bales, and that means we had a pretty high yield, and that's what those thick, big, juicy swaths tell us as well. So that is amazing. That's probably as good as it gets. I don't think we're going to get another bale out of there. I don't imagine. There we go. Tipped out, and we can probably bring this guy back as well and put him away. You know, in saying that, I think we might dip him off here and trade out the Fendt for this guy, just because he's got the dual wheels. He's you know, a little bit more traction with all that weight on there on the trailer. It's a little bit bigger of a tractor as well, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll just pull this guy up right here. Thank you, bud. And we'll hop in this guy. We can disconnect the trailer, and we'll go bring the baler back with this, put him away, and then we can go get the header hooked up for the harvester, get that on a trailer, and geez, probably got a truck up here or whatever, and probably get the trailer towed down behind it as well, and then that can head down to our other fields, and we can meet them over there, you know. By the time we get to the grain mill and back to our fields, hopefully they're all set up and ready to harvest. You'll love to see it, hopefully. You never know. But we'll keep an eye on it. They're getting all set up right now. So we'll just put our stuff away, and then we'll be pretty good to come up here and just take care of collecting all the bales, I imagine. No real rush on preparing the rest of the field. I'm not sure what we're going to put in there. You know, we could do another grain or something like that if we want to, but we have so much that I don't know. I'm thinking it might be time to give these fields a little bit of a break or something like that from those types of crops. We'll see, but we'll focus on the rest of our crop for today, and then we can kind of brainstorm ideas for it. Alright, nice spot for that guy, and I suppose nothing wrong with leaving this tractor right there as well. Alright, we're just in the super liner here, and we'll just go pick up a little bit more barley to bring into town. They've headed off with the combine and all of its goodies, so the sooner we can get down there, the better, because of course we still got to grab a tractor or two and pick up the baler to follow behind, but that should give them plenty of time to get a head start. I just wish we were down there as well. There we go. Little top up. Wonderful. And then we can throw the cover back on there and on this guy, and we can head into town. We'll try and get down there as quick as we can, but it's going to take a little while. Say goodbye to the slaughterhouse for now. Oh yeah, I'm stoked we have that up and running, you know. It just seems like, you know, we've really come full circle, you know, when we first brought in some cattle, when we first arrived here several years ago. You know, it's, I was hoping we could, you know, maybe make our own steaks or something like that out of them, and now we can, you know. That's what I've been eating lately. And guess what? It cost me nothing because I've already put in the work. You know what I mean? So, in a sense, it cost me a lot. But in another sense, I didn't have to just go buy it from the supermarket. So, you know, that's pretty cool. And it's even better that I raised it myself. Looks like they've gone set off. Sorry, I'm drifting in the lane because I'm trying to take a peek. Yeah, we over there. He's already in the far back corner. So he's 100% going to be full pretty soon here, and so the sooner we can get back over to that field the better, because he's going to need an unload. I guess there's only so far he can really go, but that's alright. That's alright. We'll be there in no time. Alright, we have arrived, so let's drop off as much as we can do. I mean, I should take the whole trailer, of course. And then let's rip back over to that other field and get to the rest of that harvest. So we are harvesting wheat today as opposed to barley, but not a whole lot different as in terms of how it's going to get done. So the sooner we can get to it, the better. It's already about 10 o'clock. We were up at 5, so that means, you know, it's been probably about 4 hours worth of field work we've already gotten done. You know, maybe a little bit less, but still a fair bit for sure. And we still have a lot to get done, so not a huge worry though. We'll get the rest of this dropped off. Probably need to scoot forward a bit more. There we go. And just like that, we can start making some barley flour. 55,000 liters, looking good. So let's get her going. Hopefully that should double the amount of flour we're outputting, you know, as long as we have 2 in there, you would think, right? Alright, covers are back on, and we're a lot lighter than we were just a moment ago, so it should take us just only a couple minutes to scoot our way back to the fields here through town. Mostly just these few annoying little turns, but once we're down here, you know, it's kind of nice. You just take the back road to the football field, and then you take a right all the way down through the S-turn, and then and then you take your second left, not the one on the S-turn, but the one after that. You take a left, and that's where we're gonna be. That's our fields. So really not too far away, and it's nice knowing that we own a fair bit of property in town at this rate. All right, nailed that turn. Definitely didn't want to crash in front of a police officer, so we'll be there in just a hot second. All right, well, it looks like he pretty much stopped almost immediately after we drove past him, which, you know, to be fair, I was surprised he even made it as far as he did, because this is a really long field, so we got maybe half the headland done. But that's all right. That just means we got a lot of grain here, and of course that is a massive header piece, so it's taken in a lot of grain at once. Oh, we did make it around the corner there. Lovely. We cleared out some trees here too, which, you know, hopefully we can see about maybe just continuing to smooth out this land a little bit if possible. Okay, guy. What's... Alright. Alright. Come on. Oh my gosh. Just an awkward angle for us to get at. Oh, that'll do. Just the tip. Just the tip. Alright, I suppose it doesn't hurt to just follow along, probably till the headland's done at least, because that gives us a real good head start. But equally, then by the time we get to the back corner, you know, we'll see where we're at as far as being full, but also we'll be a little bit closer to our other tractors and equipment and stuff like that, and we can rip over here in the baler and we should be good, because I'd love to just keep kind of going with that as best we can today, and you know, try our best to just stay on top of things, right? Because that's definitely a job that can get done. Get rid of all the straw on the field. I suppose we could spray it if you know, we want to. At this point we have so many bales, but equally if we can get them collected and whatnot, then we can get them sold for profit too, so that is always nice. We'll try our best. It is kind of weird on these not so straight edges when they're kind of going back and forth, but almost done one whole lap here, and then like I said, once we get maybe to that back corner, that's a good time to just... Oh, you skipped... What? Why did you skip that part, my friend? That's alright. We've got a lot of grain. I'm not so worried about it. We'll try and catch back up to him, because he's flying down the field. And we've got a good amount of grain already in here, so that is superb. Looking good. There we go. Fill her on up. Fill her on up. I guess we could just bring the truck back as well if we did want to, and unload the grain we have, and then grab another tractor. Either way, we got to make a couple trips over here. But we're filling up pretty nicely at the moment. Looking good, looking good. Alright, we figured that corner was just as good a spot as any to run on over here and pick up another tractor. And we haven't really done baling in this guy before, I don't think. But I figured why not? Can't hurt, right? Hey. You know... we got all these two trailers as well, I suppose. Nothing wrong with filling these up with grain as well. That way we don't have to make as many trips over here. It's a little bit more to clean up, but really, it's not the end of the world. Alright, we hopped in another tractor while they're off to the edge of the field. Figured, you know, if we're making this many trips, why not just get a little bit of help with it, right? So... that'll definitely allow us to just take our time a little bit more over there. We do have another semi-truck trailer, but I think having those ones on the tractor will it'll be just as good. So we're going to take the other bridge because they're going that way. And I just purely think we might catch up to them by the time we get to the bridge. And then they got 2 trailers and it's just going to be a mess. So we'll just go this way and we'll be all good. Dip through here. We might have to just go unload probably with the truck when we get back, but that is alright by me, you know what I'm saying? Alright, well, it looks like they're done both laps of the headland now, which is great, and our other trailers made it over here, but the only problem is now they're going up the field, and the pipe is on the wrong direction for us to unload. Oh, okay, they're full right now, so we will have to go unload them. I was kind of hoping they would have enough to start coming back. Just because we only have room in the trailer that we're towing, I think we're going to have to attack this from this angle and see if we can't scoot this way. Otherwise, I don't know if we're going to have enough room to squeeze in there and let him keep going forward. So, this is tricky. Hey, we do have a little bit more room in there, which is great. But we need to get this one. There we go. And, oh, no, see, that's the problem, guy. That's the problem. You just needed to sit there and unload. You did all that for what? For what? You're not good. Oh, man, this is tricky business, I tell you. Well, let's see what happens. We might just have to do it one more time until he gets to the end. But see, the problem is if we're in front of him and he starts to do that, then, well, then he's just going to hit us. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Nailed it. Okay. Round 2, try this again. We're going to go as far up as we can. Come on. Be close enough. Yeah. Alright, well. The game says it's fine. Alright, well, we actually did pretty good there. Believe it or not. And, you know, we're not 100% full, of course, but we're pretty close. And I kind of, at this point, want to just get lined up to come back down this next strip. Keep them unloaded, go drop everything we have off, and then I'm pretty confident that we can fill this trailer and our other couple back up without needing to make another trip back over here, which means that we can hopefully just keep bailing away as long as this guy is unloaded. Wait for him to get turned around, and then we'll follow him behind. We still probably have 15% maybe left overall. To fill up, so that's a few thousand liters at the very least. Alright, well, I was going to start doing the headland here, but then I realized this is the only wheat field we have. We've got barley in the hopper, so we just got to empty that out and move our trailers and stuff over here, and then we can get rolling on this field. Obviously, we still got a lot of baling work to do, but as long as the harvesting gets done, that's the important part. Let's get this guy over here. Shouldn't take us too long, and then we can probably, since that's the last of the barley, if we wanted to bring it over to the grain mill, we could probably do that. That way we don't have barley in this silo down here as well, and all of it is just ready to be made into flour. So that is a thought, game plan. Don't even have to necessarily take it there today, because thankfully these trailers have covers, so we could just get it all unloaded here and then, you know, just bring it all another day. We know that these trailers are full, and well, as full as they're going to be, and then they're good to go to make some flour for us, which is just amazing. They're already in the works doing that. And this is our last field to go, and arguably our smallest. You know, besides the one that we started with this morning, that one is definitely our smallest there. But of all of our big fields, this is our smallest big field, I think. You know, and I'm looking forward to getting it done, because we are going to be expanding it just a little bit as well. So that is fantastic. I think we'll rip this all the way over to its shelter, and just it can hang out under there for now, and we'll just straight up use the other trailers for our grain, or the wheat rather. Suppose if we wanted to, we could just hook up this trailer as well and take that, but I think we'll be just fine leaving this guy here. Alright, let's get this little train brought over. It's a good system with the tracks, because they steer pretty tight as they do. Oh my gosh, not like that though. And then of course the articulated trailer there is wonderful. So we got this guy over here. Let's go set a GPS route for our friend here, and he can set off. I should have remembered from last time that it was not quite a full headland. When I came across the bridge, I had a feeling that it was back there, but I didn't adjust and go with my gut. You know what? We are actually going to turn around, so we're headed the proper direction, because I have a feeling he's going to be eager to get going once he unloads a little bit here, which is fine by me. But as you can see, you know, there used to be a whole bunch of trees over here. If you don't remember, we cut the rest of this kind of grove down, and we're going to be expanding. Now that this harvest is completed, we're going to break out the plow when we're getting stuff done and just really open up this field a heck of a lot more. And who knows, maybe it's time to get rid of the maple syrup over here, considering we've got a lot more in other areas. Something to consider. Perhaps, you know, moving stuff around. We could maybe move the bees around as well, expand those if we really wanted to, and get that little John Deere skid steer out of there as well, because I believe that's pretty much all that's over there. Maybe a water trailer or something like that, but for the most part, those operations have fulfilled their duty. They've done their part. They were really good to us early days and helped us get going. But at this point, you know, we'll definitely keep the bees. We're not going to get rid of those. But the maple syrup down there is it's kind of out of the way for anything, and it doesn't really have too much of a use now that we're just running on a much bigger scale with that kind of stuff. So I think the extra space we could make with the plow for just farmland would probably be worth it. I think it doesn't hurt if we want to follow this guy around a little bit more. Then again, I think he is pretty well unloaded. But, you know, if we can just make sure We follow him around pretty much to the bridge again. We know that's pretty much one more full hopper that we would have had to come over here and unload. Save us a little bit of time, and then he is pretty much free and done with the headland and can start going down the strips. I'm trying not to block you. Sorry, this is a wonky area. Kind of let you get through it maybe, and then I'll follow you along the straights here. Georgia Straits? I don't know. Georgia? Oh, okay. This is a very agile setup here, I'm not gonna lie. Is that trailer full? It must just be weight limit full. Because it's definitely not full. That's alright though. We still got this other one behind us. And if that's the case, maybe we just go unload at the end of this headland here. This is just such a wonky area to unload, I'm not gonna lie. With all those non-straight lines, it just makes life tough when the guy in the harvester is just taking a wonky line. Like, realistically, he could just go straight through here with a little bit of overlap, and you don't have all this little S-curvy stuff to deal with, you know? That's how I would have attacked it, at least. But then again, I asked for help, so I'm just glad somebody's doing it so that we can get some other jobs done. Otherwise, I really don't think we would have been able to do it all ourselves if we had to harvest as well as bale and stuff like that as well. Oh boy. And as well, you know, and unload the harvester running back and forth. That's pretty much what we'd be doing full time. No time for baling at all. But thankfully, we're in a good spot. We got lots of help and some friends that are willing to do it. And of course, Benjamins to pay them with. So that always helps as well. Alright, we'll follow this guy up because his next path down, we're not going to be able to actually follow him down. The pipe will be on the inside. So we'll go drop off all of our grain, which will be kind of nice because it looks like this one is actually getting pretty close to being full. So that'll do there. And then we will be right back, continue on baling. Hopefully we can get that other field done and a head start on this one that we're harvesting right now at least. That'll be, you know, putting us in a good spot for sure. Alright, well, you know what? I kind of just made an executive decision there. I wanted to get the baling done on that field, and I knew this guy would be stopped for a little bit, but that's fine. He'll still have time to finish this field. It's only a couple more passes. Now that field is just dealt with as far as bales go, and we only have to really attack this guy tomorrow, next month, whenever we can get to it. But I figured, you know, we didn't spend the night here, so we didn't really get a chance to feed our animals this morning, so we probably should take care of that, which is maybe a better use of our time once we can get this guy unloaded. And then he can set off. He'll have more than enough room for these last few passes for sure, and we can make sure our cows are all nice and topped up and fed, and we can start making some more ration for tomorrow. I know it's all topped up, and we probably could just use some mineral feed, maybe some straw, and we'll empty that out, give it to all of our cows, and that way it can keep on making some more mix for tomorrow. and then we can really just get on top of them if we feed them again in the morning, or whenever, you know, we get some more ration. But hopefully if that's all filled up, then we will have lots of ration in the morning, because it can make everything overnight. So that's kind of the game plan there. We're just going to leave this guy, I'm going to guess, right here or something. If that's not close enough, that's fine. If it's in the way, well, then it's in the way. But we will be back. We'll just leave our baler here because we're going to need it at some point anyways. Alright, we're in the gator. Drop off a little bit of feed there. We'll grab some more, not seeds, mineral feeds. There we go. Wonderful. And a correction, I think when I initially started doing this, I said we could hold 1,000 liters in this bad boy, but we can actually only hold 800. So, close, but no cigar. Alright, well, hey, looks like we did have some left over in here, so that's wonderful. Not sure how much or how long that's going to last. Wow, these guys are actually taking a fair bit. There you go. So, kind of glad I had that left over, because normally I feel like the arched cowshed boys do not take nearly as much as our other ones. Kind of an awkward angle since we're coming in from the side, but we're just fine there. And we can get that topped up again. Doesn't look like we necessarily need more straw in here just yet, but certainly it doesn't hurt to put on a couple more. Can we untuck these, maybe, or are you just wanting to be stuck with this one up here? What's the deal? Well, that might have done it, but we'll start to pick away from those soon anyways. We got these guys dropped off, and we might need a couple more. You know what? I think we'll actually be fine for blowing straw. We might need one more, to be honest with you, but I think we'll be alright. So, lower those forks down. Whoa, is that a hydraulic malfunction or something? What's going on there? We need to get that fixed. Alright, this guy's all chopped up and looking good. Looks like our straw shredder might be in the way. Not a huge deal if it is, to be honest, because we'll just start spreading some straw. But actually, you know what? It looks like we're in a great spot for us to squeeze on by. And we can probably just blow some straw over this trailer while we're unloading the ration as well. Look at that. Like a G-Love. Like a glove. Alright, we booted up the straw shredder there. That's how you can hear it's very loud. You can see it going off there. We'll go top this guy back up. That way we can go head out to our open range there. And then really, it's just some water. And we should be good. Maybe we'll hop in this other arch shed there and give them some straw too. Oh, just squeeze in here like a glove. We like it nice and tight like a twiga. Most of our yard is. Alright, that's all these guys need. That's wonderful. Alright, and this is 19,000 liters, which appears to be as much as we have pre-made at the moment. So, thankfully, the ranch barn, those guys are nice and full. The arch shed, we topped those guys up. And these guys out here are going to get some as well. We don't have as many, thankfully, because I was going to say we sold some, but we did not. They went to the slaughterhouse. So, either way, profit. But, yeah, not as much to feed, which is kind of thankful because these guys were starting to go through an absolute ridiculous amount. Even that, 20,000 liters there is not enough to fully top them up, but that's not an issue. We'll bring her back. There'll be lots more in the morning, and they'll be hurting for some food, maybe. But if we can catch back up, possibly even just try and feed them twice. Make sure that our mixing station here doesn't sit full for too long. Then we should be in a good spot there. Right. You know what? Before we dip off out of here, we really should give them some water as well. I know it's such a big, long process, but you know what? We know everything in our other field there is done and taken care of as far as the harvest goes. We can put the harvester away tomorrow. I'm not too worried about it for this evening. And then after that, you know, we'll probably just make sure the grain is at least covered. You know, we'll probably just walk over there and we'll drive that guy back. That way we can get all the grain dropped off, and all the harvesting is done. So that's great. Squeeze on up to the fence here. There we go. Get her topped up. Well, I figured, let's put our goods away. It doesn't hurt, and then it's just one of those things that tomorrow, you know, you wake up and it's like, oh God, I gotta do the dishes from last night. I don't want to start my day with dishes, and then there's just stuff everywhere. So, well, yeah, this guy was not down here last season, so we'll just put him here for now, and then we can find a better spot for him with a smaller piece of equipment. Looks like the dog is lurking around giving me the signal. He's like, dude, it's almost 10 o'clock. What are you doing? Where's my dinner? You're supposed to be home 5 hours ago. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. We busy out here sometimes, son. But, hey, harvest season, that's what we're doing it for. Longest time of the year. Out on the fields, and we're looking good. There. You know what? That beast is put away for another day. Alright, well, here's some food for the dog. We got everything put away, and it's been another great day. We got all the harvesting done. Long day, really. I think one of the longest days we've had in some time. I can't even do the math off the top of my head. We were up since 5 o'clock till 5 o'clock. That's like 12 hours, and then another 5 hours. It's like 17 hours worth of work done today. That's pretty wild, and that was day 2, of course, of our harvest. So there you go. You know, big days, big things ahead. We deserve a little rest tonight for sure, so we're going to do just that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, alright? Bye-bye.